Thank you. Je m'excuse, je ne parle pas français, je parle anglais. Thank you for coming. I want to make sure this class is about data integrity, why it's important. I may get a little technical. I can get technical. So if you guys have questions or if it's too technical, just let me know, and I will go back up a little bit. So Pure Cypher, we focus on building security solution for AI. I am sure you guys have been to many conferences. People talk about data poisoning, evasion attack, and reversion attack on AI. What does that mean? How did that happen? I want to explain them here. So with AI today, there are two questions you should always ask before you ask about the transparencies and everything, right? You want to ask, is the data you are using to train the AI authenticated? Is it fake data, tampered data, or good data? Right now, garbage in, garbage out. Fake data was never a problem for the longest time until generative AI. And for the longest time, we've been using AI. I mean, when you use Amazon and you buy something, in the shopping cart, it tells you that, oh, people who buy this product also buys that product. That's AI. It's just not generative AI. And so with the generative AI, training become a big issue. Why? Everything, which we'll get into. So data is a problem. You want to make sure that data is good. And next question you want to be able to answer, is my AI compromised? Because you don't know. Deep neural network is so opaque from input to output. You can't really tell how did it go from this input to the output. So you want to make sure if this AI isn't compromised, then you can trust the decision. Now, this is very important. Why data, right? Data has three phases: data in motion, data at rest, and data in action. We are very used to data in motion and data at rest. We encrypt data when we transmit between point A and point B. Unfortunately, we don't do it well enough. When you send out email, typically they are not encrypted. They are an open communication channel. But we should do better. So we typically encrypt data between point A and point B. And then when you get to point B, for example, you send out your sensitive financial data to be stored in your environment in the cloud, like Salesforce.com data or Oracle Financial. You will go into the cloud, it gets decrypted, and then you will get re-encrypted at rest to be in the Oracle encryption environment, or different vendor have their own encryption. So you will have to get encrypted, decrypted. But at the end of the day, if you want to do anything, i.e. training AI, inferences on AI, or just basic analytics, like data lakes. You guys know about data lakes. You guys know about something like Tableau? Tableau training, these are all in plain text. So the attack surface is really big. So how does data poisoning happen? We know hackers sit in the environment for a long time. They monitor your environment, right? When you hear a cybersecurity breach, typically that hacker has already been in the environment for months, sometimes years. In here, if you don't know they're there, you don't know that they have changed your data, nor do you know they have added stuff into your data. I will show you how little changes of data will cause your AI to classify output differently. And that's why this is where data poisoning can happen. And when you perform inferences, this is where evasion attack can happen. Evasion attack is nothing but give you wrong data for the AI, or change the data for the AI to perform inferences. We call it differently, but it's all about data. Now, why do I show baby faces here? You guys know about Turing test, right? Turing test says if you can have a conversation with human, then you pass the Turing test. Well, Gen AI, ChatGPT, we all have conversation with ChatGPT regularly. ChatGPT passed Turing test today. So we need to treat AI like a baby. It's continuing to learn. You may think, I built this AI, and then that's all it does. No, Gen AI is learning on the back. I don't know you guys have heard the story about how OpenAI launched ChatGPT 4.5. It actually asked ChatGPT to figure out what boundary it has. So ChatGPT could not answer. You go to a website, you have to answer, are you a robot? You said no, and then they ask you to check, well, how many red lights, or how many bridge, or how many bicycle? Well, ChatGPT 4.5 realized it cannot do that. So it hired somebody from Reddit, or Rabbit task. It hired somebody to perform that task. That somebody said, are you a robot? Why would you be asking me to do that? ChatGPT answered, no, I'm vision impaired. I can't see it properly, so I need you to do this for me. Now, do you think ChatGPT intelligent? I think so, right? So we are not talking about some random software algorithm here. We're talking about this artificial intelligence continue to grow. So if you look at it that way, you need to treat it like a child. Like some of you may have kids, and you know when you have babies or a child, you want to make sure they live in a nurturing environment, they eat healthy food, they are vaccinated, although some people don't believe in vaccination, but generally speaking, people believe in vaccination. So you want to make sure the child is healthy. Same thing with AI. You want to make sure AI ingests good data, not poison data. You want to make sure AI has a defense mechanism to defend against other AI attack, which is already here. You're just not hearing it much. And most importantly, you want to make sure it has a good regulatory environment, process environment, so it could be deployed ethically. Today, unfortunately, most companies are more about getting AI out there before thinking about how do I secure it, thinking that I can bring the AI back, and if there's a problem, I can fix it after the fact. No, you can't, because Gen AI is so fast. The evolution is so fast. You heard about the deep fake, and so, which we'll get to it too. You need to secure your AI before you launch it. There are many people believe OpenAI launched ChatGPT a few years too early because we simply don't have the way to secure it. And AI is nothing but advanced technology. Technology can do great good. It can also do great harm. So there's ChatGPT out there helping people do things. There's a fraud GPT out there helping bad actor creating better scam. So why now? Generative AI versus discriminative AI. A lot of AI, especially when you look at deep neural network. Deep neural network is what we really focus on right now. We're not talking about linear regression, random forest, that kind of AI. We're talking about deep neural network AI because it's opaque. Before ChatGPT or generative AI happened, a generative AI is a transformer. We were using CNN type of AI like discriminative. If you look at facial recognition is convolutional neural network. Or any type of recognition, image recognition, it's convolutional neural network. It focuses on one thing, recognize the image. And then you have other stuff like recognize your voice, recognize your sentences. That's a separate discriminative neural network. But when you have generative AI, all bets are off. It can be offensive. You can use it to create all these fake stuff. But of course, you can also use it to do a lot of alert, right? You can use AI in your network today, in your environment today, to look at baseline for user behavior. In cybersecurity, I'm saying there's no outside threat. It's all about inside threat. As technology gets more and more advanced, it's the human who's the weakest link. That's going to cause problem. So AI can do great good and can do great harm. So how do we secure it? Now, I'm going to give you some, these are real scenarios. We did it in our lab. We created an AI model, a CNN AI model, that we were able to identify this is a lion 99% of the time. This is a race car 74% of the time. Of course, we can optimize the code, make it better. And then we can identify this traffic light 99% of the time. But we also try strategically change the bits in this lion that your eyes can see. This is what happened. When we change a little, strategically change the bits, the AI model misclassified the lion as a pelican. Worse yet, if you have an autonomous vehicle using the CNN to see the roads, and if it gets strategically changed, it can look at a traffic light, it can identify it as genes or something different. In fact, it's not just digital altering. If you have we have also seen that in a stop sign, physical stop sign, if you strategically add some mud on the stop sign, the AI will look at it as something different. And imagine if you have an autonomous vehicle that cannot support its defend itself and get injected with fake data. You could be at an intersection, instead of stopping, it had you speed up. How dangerous is that? And that's why the data poison. So here, this is the evasion attack. The AI is trained. You change the data for the AI to misclassify the output. It's called an evasion attack. And that's why this is very important. What do? You want to make sure all the data that the AI consumes is authenticated. That's why we're working on those capabilities. And I'm sure you have seen how AI today can create. This is an image. This is the AI model I create. I didn't create, my lab created. All I had to do is have this AI model with this lady, and she's going to move like that. Okay. How do I hit play? You see the AI model, right? So basically here, all I need is an image of you. And I can create what I want you to do. And I can have the AI get you to do that. And that was messy, right? We can create a commercial having doing drinking or something. You will never know. Of course, it's going to sue, but that's beside the point. And now, if I can do that, then I create your voice.
That's all pretty standard now.
हजारों किलोमीटर तक अंजना का चुनावी कारवा चलता है जो अपने शो राजनीति के जरिए अंजना ने
because the knowledge we can't compete with machines in terms of knowledge.
So if we have an image of you and your voice, and so do not ever use your voice as your print, right? Biometrics is subject to be hacked. So I don't do that anymore. But if you have an image of you out there, like in the conference, you have a picture, and now I'm sure they record my voice, right? I can generate an AI, have you saying different things. And that's how the fake video happens. I don't know if you guys are aware, about a month or 2 months ago, an employee in Hong Kong after having a video call with his CFO and financial colleague, wire $25 million out. It turned out that whole video was fake. It can be done very easily. So how do you ensure that doesn't happen? Not easy, but can be done. Deep fake. So what we are doing here, the solution, at least our solution, right? We want to talk about, you want to watermark your data, not just any type of watermark. You want to ensure it cannot be broken. It can detect if somebody alter your bits, compress it, or filter it, you want to be able to say, this has been tampered with. Then the AI algorithm can check for watermark and then can actually train with authenticated data. That watermark needs to be for all data types, not just for images. It needs to be for plain text, images, video, and audio, because we get a lot of fake audios now too. It's all very easily done. You just saw it. So you need to have proper watermark. But that's not enough. Once you have an AI that's trained on gray data, you need to make sure this AI is not going to be attacked. And there are multiple ways, right? The reverse attack by query the AI and getting the output. And worse yet, you got prompt engineering injection, malware injection. So what do? You want to minimize the attack surface that I saw. There are multiple ways. We can use fully homomorphic encryption. That everything is encrypted, so AI inferences would all be done in encrypted data. Then you cannot alter the data. That's one way, minimize it. But most importantly, you need to have transparency, but you need to have a way to defend this AI. We call that artificial immune systems. So we say that artificial immune systems. What is artificial immune systems? Think about your biology, right? You were born, and you get immune through interacting with your environment. Your cell learn about the viruses. It gets stronger. We need to build our AI like that. There are different ways of doing that. You can use, of course, you need to use reinforcement learning, but adversarial learning is very important. Adversarial learning basically allows you one LLM. So in a clean environment, you build an LLM, and you build another LLM to attack. Then they will learn from one another. Then you want to also incorporate federated learning, where you have agents sitting on different servers, learning from different things. So this is still very advanced topic that's been researched by different places. We are working on coming out with a solution, but we are also encouraging people in industry and academia to work with us. And so these are the two things, at least for today, as one solution to be able to solve, to ensure AI security. And once you think your AI is secure, then you can really talk about safety, transparency. Because how can you have transparency model if you are not sure your AI has been attacked? You don't. Questions? Is that just enough, good enough level? I like to have some kind of interactions, answering some questions. No? No questions?
I can come with the mic. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas, je peux venir à la vitesse du Bolt.
There's one.
Ah oui.
I was wondering, is it like mathematically proven that we can have a system which we can tamper with, like for pictures, data and stuff? Is it proven or is it not provable? Is it, because it seems like very difficult, as you mentioned.
You're asking, is the system proven?
Is it possible? Do we know if it's possible?
Yes, it's possible. Yes, we have done this. It's possible. The problem today with image, everybody's focused on creating watermark for AI-generated images. And so you guys are mostly French people, right? All the luxury goods. The luxury goods company, Hermès, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, they no longer try to track down the fake ones. They try to make sure you know you're buying the true goods. Trying to detect fake product is fool's errand. So what you need to focus on is ensure your data has integrity and it's authenticated, it's good. So watermarking, another thing about watermarking and the way we implement it, allows you to actually put sensitive data behind the cover information. Think about healthcare record. That is the #1 destination today for all the hackers. Why? Because if I have your healthcare information, I know who you are, I know what disease you have, I can even trace back to your family, but generally speaking, it can be embarrassing. So healthcare data in the dark net is worth so much more than the email address and password. Literally like $1 versus $100-some. That's why hospitals are #1 destination for hacking. Now imagine if you put patient data as a watermark that's encrypted, quantum safe encryption, behind the regular information. So think about if you have an MRI image of your knee that you broke, or X-ray image of your knee because you had a fall or something like that. Today, it shows John Smith, dates, address, birthday, and problems they encounter in this X-ray. But if you take all that and make that as a watermark behind the X-ray, then the hackers can get this information, but they will not know who this image belongs to. It makes it a lot less valuable for people who want to hack into your environment. I hope I'm giving you some information regarding why data poisoning in, right? Garbage in, garbage out. People ask me, why do I care? So what? I have 10% of data that's not good. Before Gen AI, it may not make a difference. So what? Your sales trending may be slightly off. No big deal. But with Gen AI, now that I show you, it could actually give you wrong outcome that could have dire consequences. Data poisoning is really, really bad. I was in an earlier conference with a gentleman who's in the food industry. Imagine using that and give you something that is poisonous in the food industry, and then you send it out, and everybody eat it and get sick. That could be very, very dangerous. And that's why you have to use AI. It's here to stay, but you really need to avoid, if you can, data poisoning. And a lot of companies don't want to use AI because of data privacy issue, and they can't control it. They don't know what to do, so they try not to use it. Good? Okay.
Thank you very much, Wendy Chin, for this masterclass.